everyone and welcome back. As you know, I'm a great fan of old and vintage stock cars, and today I thought it is a great opportunity to customize two cars. I will add suspension and repaint them as if they were from that era of stock car racing. And I'm going to customize these two very nice Hot Wheels cars. It is the Mercury on the left and the yellow Chevy. And like all beginnings, I'm starting by choosing the right wheels. I thought about these or maybe the others. I will try them and then decide what wheels will suit this build better. Now, since these cars are still meant to be played with, I'm going to stick with plastic wheels instead of rubber because I'm going to use these cars on my mini racing track, so plastic is way better for me. So as I said, choosing the right wheels is the first step. I thought about bigger wheels so they will roll faster and better, but I'm not sure about the appearance of bigger wheels on this particular vehicle because originally it is a lowered vehicle, so putting larger wheels will rise the body, and I'm not sure about this looks and if I will like it. As you see, the wheel is now more exposed. Another disadvantage of putting larger wheels instead of the original small ones is that the wheels will have less travel and less distance to move inside the wheel wells while the suspension is operating. Now, after looking at the wheels at the back, I want to check and see how they will look up here at the front. And let me just put it here. Well, as you see, I think they are too big. I think I will let them go. Now I'm making some room for the suspension hardware I'm going to put here. And now, after deciding to stick with the original small wheels, you see I've carved a line here for each one of them, so it will give extra clearance for the base and it will rise the car a little bit from the ground. And by the way, it will give this car a little bit more of suspension travel. Now, cutting these channels in the plastic parts will allow the movement of the axles. Without cutting these lines here, nothing will happen. And of course, the suspension system will not be operating at all. Well, it seems as if everything is working nice. I need to make some more adjustments, but I'm in the right way. Okay, so now, right before painting all the parts and putting the body back on this base, I wanted to show you the movement of the internal parts of my spring system. Everything is moving nice, and there's a lot of movement for each one of the wheels. And now I've decided to dechrome this base by painting it black and removing the white paint from each one of the wheels. Now the second car I've modified was this Mercury. Basically it was the same process same as the Chevy that you saw earlier. The same suspension system, and I've decided to go with blue on this car, and the Chevy was painted in brown. Now I'm just adding some details like highlighting the door lines with some acrylic paint, and then I will add racing numbers. And now I'm going to fill the lines here as well, because I think that the blue color kind of disappears all the body lines of this car. And also here I need to paint this part in black, so it will give this car the right appearance. Now, as you see here at the front, I've decided to let go on the front bumper. It was a little bit too much for this car, and I prefer the cleaner looks of this car without a bumper. However, there is a gap at the front that I need to block between the base and the body. The bumper was filling that gap, so I'm going to file down the bumper until there will be a small amount of plastic left, so it will block that gap. And here's a final look of this front before I'm filing down this bumper. And there you have it. This Mercury has no bumper at the front. I think it is cleaner and nicer this way. I will paint the front with blue once again. At the back, I've made the same trick, removed the rear bumper. And now, after painting the racing numbers on each one of the doors, I'm putting extra effort to detail the surrounding of each one of the doors here at this post, and also here. I don't know if in real life it is painted, and I really don't care. I think it is nicer this way. And as you see at the front, the windscreen has this split part, so I painted that one as well in blue, just to highlight the fact that it is a split window. And at this point you've noticed the interior was painted in red. I think it matches the blue painted body very nice. Now moving on to a bonus car today. It is this gasser that I'm going to put on my garage. It is a car that will not move because it will have missing front wheels. It is going to be some kind of prop for my garage. Something that the guys there will try to fix. So, since it is a leftover piece of Chevy Gasser that I've used its engine for another project, I'm going to save this car by having it on my garage once again, but only with its back wheels. As you saw, I've removed the details from the inside of that off-road wheel and painted it black, as well as the rim in primer red. And now I'm just detailing the body with some gray, as if this car is a fairly used former racing car. And now you can see the car with this angle. I'm putting some rust effect on the roof, as if this car was lying around somewhere waiting for resurrection. I've also added the front axle with fake brakes or drums. I think it is another nice addition to this idea of mine of having this broken car on my garage. And now, after painting everything, it is time to show you the new 3 cars of my custom collection. Here's the Chevy Fleetline with suspension number 54, rolling nicely with painted bumpers in some kind of tan color. And at the background you can see the Chevy Gasser. I will show you later on. And the blue Mercury with the painted details. You can see the number 12, also with suspension and red interior. And I have some other cars I've done at the past. This one is one of my most favorite ones. I believe it is a Ford, but I'm not too sure. It has this primer gray paint scheme, which I really like, and red wheels. And here we have another nice car, the Hudson Hornet, painted in yellow and orange. That is very different than the regular blue we are used to. And another one, which is this Chevy, which I really like, with lots of details, although the paint scheme is simple. You can see dust all around and also knocks and dents on the bodywork. And another, which is a Buick, and it has a roll cage inside, number 28. I really like it as well. And now I've tried this car on my racing track, and this one as well. The suspension is a very nice addition, and the overall looks of these two is very nice. I think the blue paint scheme that reminds me the Hudson Hornet is very nice, and the simple brown as well. But then I've looked at these cars and thought that they were too clean, so I decided to add some dust effects on each one of them, so it will look as if they are used on a local dirty racetrack. So I'm going to paint them with some dust. And in order to make this dust effect, I'm using almost dry brush dipped in some acrylic paint. And now you can see it looks as if these cars are running on a real dirt track. By the way, if you're interested about this dirt racing course, it is just a cardboard that I've picked somewhere and brushed some glue straight on it, then attached sand on everything, And when the sand and glue attached together and completely dried, I've painted everything in brown colors. Originally it was made for my son, but now I'm using it in order to photoshoot my cars. And now, as promised, our little third bonus car of today. It is this Chevy, which is stationary vehicle. It is not moving. It is a prop car for my garage. And as you can see, it turned out to be very realistic and really nice looking car. Okay, so now at this point I would like to say thank you again for watching this video. I will see you soon on my next one, and I will leave you now with these images of my garage. So please take care and bye bye.